You're old enough to remember the OJ Bronco chase.
You know why I won't forget it? I tore my ACL and I came out of surgery. I came out of ACL surgery, and I'm in the military at the time, and they said, you want more anesthesia to go back under? And I go, what time is it? And whatever time they say, I go, no, Knicks are playing the Rockets. I don't want to miss the game. So I literally did not take the last hit of anesthesia to knock me out for a couple more hours. I was dealing with the pain coming out of ACL reconstructive surgery because I wanted to see the Knicks and Rockets game 5. And a goddamn Bronco chase happened. And I was like this. Back then, there wasn't all them channels, right? I'm in a hospital bed with like 4 channels, and everyone, I go, you got to be shitting me.
OJ on every channel.
They're not going to go back to the game?
Nope.
They're not. And I had no updates. There were no laptops back then. I was like this. I'm just sitting in a room like this. I had to wait till the next morning to get the paper to see who won the game. I was like, you got to be shitting me right now. Yeah, I remember the Bronco.
Did you hear his hypothetical confession?
Yeah, I saw that.
What'd you think?
I don't know. It's funny how they release it now. That's so weird, the timing of it.
I actually looked up the book. The book, If I Did It, didn't officially come out, but you could find it online. So I actually read the whole hypothetical murder kind of situation. Man, OJ, I mean...
Can't get right.
I mean, he just doesn't stop.
I thought it was fascinating. It's fascinating how we can let the media play us, and like the fact that he really didn't want anything to do with black people. And then when he got arrested, Johnny Cochran came in and goes, oh, no, you're black now. You know, and changed the house, put like African like art up in the house.
Yeah.
And then after he gets off, he goes back to black people. Like he's trying to host rap concerts. And he became like almost the villain, the thug, and he was embracing it.
Well, yeah, because white people pretty much turned his back on him.
Right.
Completely.
And let me tell you something. Black people, more than anybody, the most forgiving race.
100%.
Oh, my God.
100%.
They're like this. Yeah. I mean, God dang. For them to like bring OJ back in, like he was like, I don't want nothing to do with black people. All of a sudden he's at the church, black church. Come on in.
Right.
You know what
I mean, there's the Jay-Z line. I'm not black, I'm OJ.
Right.
That was based off of his, I guess, OJ's mentality back then. He didn't want to be even known as black.
Right. So, I don't know. I'm like this. Everybody knows what happened.
Yeah, because, even when you talk to black people, nobody really denies that he did it. They were happy that for once it went the other way around.
Right, they got a verdict.
They actually got a not guilty verdict after all the black men that went to jail that didn't even do it.
Yeah.
That finally got reversed. But no one that I really talked to said, no, he didn't do it. The whole thing, he was set up. I've never actually heard that from anybody of any race.
Everybody knows what happened. I mean, everybody knows. If you watch any movie, any TV show, any documentary, the evidence, everything. And like Mark Furman wasn't the bad guy. When it was all said and done, he didn't set OJ up. He just messed up saying the M word.
Well, he was a racist.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But in that case, he didn't set OJ up like they made him out to be. He was like this. You know what I mean? I'm like.
What do you think about the whole Bruno Mars cultural appropriation thing?
Again, I think it's a few people online making a lot of noise. I think he's still selling out stadiums.
Yeah.
He's still selling records. His fans still love him. And that's the thing about social media and just people online hitting the keyboard. We think that's the majority, when most of the time that's the minority. So I think there's a few people making noise, and that if you probably go to their page, they're mad at a lot of things. And he's hot at the moment, so we'll just go after him because he won some Grammys.
I mean, he's been winning Grammys. He's been hot.
But he beat Jay-Z. He beat Kendrick Lamar this year. So that's when it came in. He didn't beat Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I've always thought, being a music person my whole life, I've always, listened to Bruno Mars, and it's always reminded me of some other song. Like, oh, okay, this sounds like a Rod Stewart song. Okay, this sounds like a Police song. This, he but I also kind of feel the same way about Lenny Kravitz. I always thought Lenny Kravitz sounded like a bunch of other people. You know what I'm saying? Like there were certain artists that I've always felt were extremely original. Like Michael Jackson didn't sound like nobody. Prince didn't sound like nobody. Like you know what I mean? Like you know Drake doesn't sound like anybody. Like you know, he's one of these guys that I think
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars, I feel is kind of an easy target.
Very easy.
You could, you know.
He says it in his thing. He goes, I just want to make music where people are having fun.
Yeah.
And enjoy. He said it when he got it. He goes, I'm just glad that we're appreciating just back to dancing and enjoying life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he took Cardi B on tour with him. You know what I'm saying?
She seems like she'd just be fun to hang out with.
I've interviewed her before.
Yeah, I just like to hang out and just talk. I'd be the type to just listen to her talk. You just go. I'm just going to laugh.
Yeah, I mean, that was our interview, like an hour and a half of her just talking.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. She's dope.